Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Yeesh. All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Ooh. Wow. All right. Good morning. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Friday. Hope you guys are chilling out, doing your thing. Yeesh. Let me just make sure I'm live on the YouTubes. The YouTubes. Let me see. All right. Let me see here. All right. Yes, we are live. We are live on the YouTubes. Let's see about the X.com. Make sure. All right. Okay. All right. Yes, sir. All right. We are live on the X. Let's make sure we're live on the Twitch. Are we live on the Twitch? Yes, we are. We are live on the Twitch. Hold on. Up. 1 second. There we go. There we go. Right there. Yes, sir. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get a share party going on. How's everybody doing today? I hope you guys are having a fantastic Friday, and we are just chilling right now, getting ourselves all set up and ready to go. All set up. Yes, sir. You know how it go. Ladies and gentlemen. That's the way that it go. Yeesh. All right. Let's get everything all set up here. All right. Boom. Right there. All right. All right. There we go. Get ourselves all set up over here. All right. Get all set up right here. Boom. And right over. Meow. Meow. All right. All right. How's everybody doing? Good. All right. Okay. There we go. Boom. 2023 Gainer, welcome to the stream. He says, Red to Green Friday, dip buyers rule. Hit the like. Ooh, yes, hit the like. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Yes, sir. Hit that like button. Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir. All right. 1 second. Just getting ourselves all set up over here. Boom, right here. Bop, right there. All right. Boom. Get that set up right there. There we go. All right. So, let's get this intro started, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it started. What's up, guys? It's Double Nicks, and welcome to another episode of Microcap Mornings. I am your host with the most. They call me DBL Nicks in the house, a.k.a. the Rainmaker. And I am here with the lovely Serengeti specialist herself. She likes to hang around the tall weeds, the high trees, the low seas, hitting them high knees. Sometimes she likes 2 cups of coffee. Other times she likes to jet ski. Sometimes she likes to get shot out the cannon and she goes, wee! Other times she likes to go out and get, what was it called? Go to Arby's and watch videos of puppies and kitties. Also likes to steal my lo mein. Other times, she likes to steal any of my other food that just so happens to be Chinese. And then there's other times where, she just goes into the stunk market and finds them A, B, C, Ds. She did call some wonderful stunks like BDCI, RANI, and MPV. We call her DB Moms. Yeesh. So, that's what we got going on right there. That is what we got going on right there. Yeesh. So, there you have it, folks. There we have it. There we have it. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. And remember to share. Yes, because sharing is caring, folks. Sharing is for caring, folks. And, of course, if you want access to our 4-day trial for our real-time alerts and scanners, link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We are just made different, and the early bird gets the cash, the moolah, the loot, the cashola, the big bucks, I tell you. Yeesh, big bucks, big bucks. Yeesh. All right. All right. So, yeah, that's what we got going on right there. That is what we got going on. We are just chilling right now, getting everything started, getting everything set up. All right, so there's quite a few stunks that we did call around here. So let me just read these off to you right here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we called BDCI. We called this one prior to, we called this one earlier this morning. BDCI ran up a nice 685%. 685%. We called that this morning. All right. We called MPV, which ran up a nice 147%. 147%. Yes, sir. All right. We did call another one. We called ARTV, which ran up a nice 137% this morning. ARTV. All right. We called RANI this morning. RANI, which ran up a nice 165%. 165% right there. All right. Then we also called CREV, which ran up a nice 114%. 114%. All right. We also call another stunk here, XRTX right here, which ran up a nice 104% right there. Ran up a nice 104%. All right, so we got that going on right there. And then we called a couple of other runners. We actually did a video on this stunk last night. SGBX did a video on it last night, called it last night for our private Discord. Then we made a video for it, and then it ran up a nice 72%. 72% right there. Ran up a nice 72%. All right. And then we also called KZR right over here, which ran up a nice 41%. 41% right there. All right. So we got that going on. All right. After that, we had AKN, which ran up a nice 39%. 39% right there. So, yeah, that's what we got going on, folks. That is what we got going on. All right. And, yeah, so we're doing that right now. That is what we are doing today. So, yeah, we're chilling. So, let's check out the first couple of stonks right here. Let's check out the first stunk. All right. Let's take a look at VHC. Let's take a look at VHC because that's the one currently moving up a little bit right now. It doesn't have much in terms of volume. So VHC needs volume for it to really be so much maxi to me right now. Currently a bit expensive right now. $27, just below the VWAP right now. So VHC needs volume and to break through that VWAP right there and curl. Yeesh. So VHC needs some volume right there. Has a bit of a pennant going on right over here. So you got that going on. Bop right here. Bop right there. Boom. has to break that pennant, needs to break above that pennant for it to be somewhat schmexy to meow. But right now, it looks like it's falling below it, so not looking too schmexy. Let's take a look at ARTV. ARTV, let me get a drink real quickly, ladies and gentlemen. Get some water. Water, you know what I mean. All right, I'm back. And ladies and gentlemen, let's get a share party going. Let's get to 300. 300, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to 300 right now. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. ARTV also needs some serious volume right now. In terms of volume, it has nil. Not much. It's got a 10 million float, 27 million volume, so it's got that going on, but it's moving downward right now. It needs to really break this downtrend for it to be so much mexy to me. But right now, man, you know how it goes. ARTV needs to break the descending wedge over here, actually. ARTV, all right, needs to break the descending wedge for it to be somewhat schmexy to meow. All right, needs to break that VWAP as well, so it can be somewhat schmexy. Let's take a look at ELBM. ELBM, let's see how ELBM is doing right now. ELBM currently on a bit of an uptrend right now. Looks like it's curling downward, though. So it has to stay friends with the trend right over here for it to be so much Mexi Tumia, but it doesn't look like it had much volume in the beginning. ELBM moved up on some low volume right there. Now it's a little choppy, but it was moving up on some low volume. So ELBM moving up on low volume needs to remain friends with the trend. Yeesh. So that's what's got going on there, folks. That's what it's got going on there. All right. What else we got? What else we got? Let me at him. Let me at him. All right. KZR. Let's see how KZR is doing. KZR doesn't look like it has much in terms of volume. Needs some serious volume for it to be so much Mexi Tumya. Right now, KZR has a float of 7 million, which is a reasonable float. Volume is 1 million. So we got that going on right there. That's what it's got going on. Was at one point moving along the VWAP, but then just started moving downward. So not looking too schmexy right now. Let me see what we got going on over here. What we got? All right. So currently needs to break that descending wedge over here, and then needs to break the VWAPA for it to be somewhat schmexy to Mya. KZR needs to break the VWAPA and the descending wedge. All right. Okay, so we got that going. We got that going on right there. Boom. Bobo Beeps says, howdy, Bobo. How you doing, Bobo Beeps? In the house, Bobo Beeps. That's the man right there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, let's take a look at RANI. Looks like it's trying to curl up a little bit. Trying to curl. It had a nice high of 165%. Currently up 154% right now. Can it curl, though? It has a bit of a double top, though. It is below the VWAP as of now. It is below the VWAP. It is a Friday, ladies and gentlemen. So as far as I'm concerned, keeping an eye on things, but sometimes people like to play a little hooky. You know what I mean? They play a little hooky from time to time. So, sometimes it'd be like that. But right here, it's got the double top going on. So that's what it's got going on right there. That's what it's got going on right there. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 400. 400 people. Let's get to 400, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Has to break the VWAP and has to break that double top right there, the little top tail, the little top tails right there. It needs to break the double tops there. All right. Yeesh. That's what it needs to do. RANI needs to break the VWAP and the double top. RANI needs to break the VWAP and the double top. Bop. Right there. Yeah, because we don't stop. You know what I mean? All right, let's get a share party going. Let's get the 400. Come on now. Let's get the 400. All right. Let's see what we got going on. CREV. Somebody. Let's see that. Let's see that right there. CREV. All right. Yes. All right. All right. All right. So, CREV, very far below the VWAP. Very much so consolidated below the VWAP right now. All right. So CREV really needs to break above the VWAP for it to be so much maxi to mia. CREV needs volume to break the VWAP. Right now it's on a major downtrend there. Not feeling that stonk right now. Not feeling it. Let's go back to ARTV. ARTV still has to break that downtrend right there, consolidating below the VWAP right now. So ARTV needs to break that consolidation and break that VWAP. So ARTV needs to break consolidation and the VWAP for it to be so much maxi to mia. All right, what else we got? VHC. How's VHC doing right now? Let's see. VHC trying to curl. Look at it, that curl a little bit. Look at it trying to curl right there. Bop right there. Oh my, VHC curling. Broke through the VWAP just now. So it looks like it got a little bit of volume at least. VHC curling off the pennant. Knee broke the VWAP. So it's got that going on right there. Needs to hold above the VWAP though, and needs to, yep, fell below the VWAP again. So right now, very, very choppy. VHC. Very, very choppy. You know how it be. All right. XRTX. How's XRTX going? Let's see how XRTX is doing. XRTX also below the VWAPA. Not feeling that one right now. Not feeling it. All right. Had a bit of an awkward head and shoulders. That Igor head and shoulders right there. Had a bit of a shoulder right here. A little bit of a head right over here. Bop right there. All right. And then another shoulder right over Mia right there. Bop. There you go. So we got that going on right there. Head, shoulder, a head, and another shoulder. You know how it be, ladies and gentlemen. So XRTX needs to break the head and shoulders and needs to break that VWAPA. XRTX needs to break the head and shoulders and the VWAPA for it to be so much maxi to mia. All right, let's see what else we got. TAOP. Someone asked for TAOP. Let's take a look over here. TAOP on the uptrend, moving up on some very low. Actually, no, the volume is higher than the float right now. TAOP has a 782 float, which is pretty low. Volume is 929,000 as well, so it is above the float. So we got that going on right there. TAOP. I wouldn't say it's comfortably above the float because I'd rather be like 2-3 times that of the float, but you know it'd be like that sometimes. So TAOP moving on the uptrend. Go, baby. Yeesh. All right, gotta root for it a little. You know what I mean. Yes, sir. Let's get a share party going, by the way. Let's get to 700. 700, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to 700. It broke through the VWAP, by the way. TAOP broke through the VWAP. The VWAP, yes, sir. All right, let's take a look at AKAN while we wait for TAOP to see what it do. Let's see. AKAN falling right now. Currently falling. Not liking that stonk too much. Not liking it. Not liking it. I don't like it. I don't like it. All right, it's falling below the VWAPA and then some had earlier in the day. And it is not overbought or oversold in the RSI. So you got that going on. Had a bit earlier in the day a bit of a pennant. Still does have a bit of a pennant, but needs to break above the pennant and needs to break the VWAPA for it to be so much maxi to mia. So right now it's got that pennant going on right there. AKAN needs to break above the pennant. All right. Yeesh. So that's what AKN needs to do. But right now, not doing that. So not very schmexy to meow. All right. Let's take a look over meow and see how TAOP is doing. TAOP. All right. TAOP still doing its thing right now. Still doing its thing. All right. Starting to consolidate a little bit. We'll see what happens with it. We'll see what happens. All right. TAOP. Come on now. Needs to break this pennant right over meow. Bop right there. Okay. TAOP needs to break the pennant. Needs to break the pennant. TAOP needs to break the pennant for it to be somewhat schmexy to meow. Has to break through the VWAPA as well. It's currently consolidated a bit along the VWAPA right now. A little bit along the VWAPA, so it needs to break through that ELBM, like a Bicadano. Bicadano have the big arches. Yes. Yes, you have the arches. So yeah, that's what we got going on. All right. ELBM, another pennant right over meow. Right? So ELBM has to hold above the VWAP, has to break through the pennant for it to really be so much schmexy to meow, has to break above the pennant. So ELBM needs to hold the pennant and break above the, excuse me, it needs to hold the VWAPA and break above the pennant. Yes. Yes. So we got that going on here. Break above the pennant. Yes. So that's what we got going on right there. Ooh. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see how RANI is holding up. RANI seems to be doing its thing right here. Had a bit of a double top going on. Had a bit of a double top. Bop and bop right there. Another double top right over here. Bop and bop right there. So not feeling too good about that one right there. Not feeling too schmexy about that one right there. Let's get the graffiti pencil activated right over meow. All right, let's get the horizontal little line over here. It has to hold. It has to break through the VWAP, which is currently right around here where this green line is located. All right, so right there is where you want to hold and break through. Currently, it was a bit overbought in the RSI, was a little bit overbought in the RSI, had some support, had some resistance going on there. Let's get some support resistance on it right now. As a matter of fact, bop right here and bop right there. So it had support right now, currently has support at $1.10. Needs to break through 118, then needs to break through 126 and then 150 for it to really be so much schmexy to meow. But right now, just needs to break above that VWAPA. Needs to break above that VWAPA for it to be so much schmexy to meow. Currently consolidated. RANI needs to break the consolidation and the VWAPA for it to be somewhat schmexy to meow. You know how it goes, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get a share party going. Let's get the share party going. Let's get to 900, 900, 900, 900. Yes, sir. All right. So we got that going on right there. Yes. All right. So let's see how VHC is holding up. Let's see how VHC is doing. VHC, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh me, oh my, yes, all right. VHC currently trying to curl off that pennant right now. Still kind of consolidated along the VWAPA, but needs to break that VWAPA and break and stay above the trend line. All right, so VHC needs to break the VWAPA and remain friends with the trend. All right. So, needs to do that right now. Needs to hold above the, the little upward trend there. Needs to hold above that and break through the VWAPA for it to really be so much mexy to me. Otherwise, it's just meh. You know how it goes, ladies and gentlemen. You know how it goes. All right, let's see what else we got. What else we got? Let me add them. All right. Let's try AKAN, AKAN, and I ain't talk Akon, and I'm not talking about the singer. Let's see here. All right, let's get. All right, Still needs to break above that pennant, ladies and gentlemen. Still needs to break above that pennant. I could actually get some support and resistance lines over here for the stunk. Let me actually see if I could get that going right there. Yes, I can. I could do that. 1 second. Bop right there. And bop right there. So it's got support at the 259 mark right here. Has to break through the $2.88 mark. And then after that, 295 for the somewhat schmexy to yes. All right. So that's what we got going on there. So. AKN. What?
How about open?
Open. Okay. Open. Open. All right. AKN needs. Oh, hold on. Let me just write here. AKN needs to break the pennant and the VWAPA. Now let's take a look at. Oh, hold on. Something's coming in. TDIC. TDIC up 86%. Hold on. Hold on. TDIC, give me 1 second. We'll take a look at open in a short second. TDIC currently moving up on very low volume right now. Oh my. Oh my. Currently dead cat bounce right there. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. Moving up on some very low volume. TDIC moving up on low volume. Dead cat bounce right there. All right, so we got that going on right there, showing the dead cat bounce. So we'll see what happens there. Let's take a look at open. 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 All right. Let's see here. Open currently on a bit of an uptrend here, kind of consolidating though a little bit, but it has moved above the VWAPA. It is above the VWAPA, but needs to remain friends with the trend right here because it is kind of consolidating a little bit. Open moved up, moved on up. Open moved up, but needs to break consolidation so that it can continue to be somewhat schmexy to meow. All right. That's what Open can do. Let's get some support and resistance lines on this stonk right here. Let's get some support and resistance lines right over meow. Okay. Let me get this over meow and over meow right here. So you got support at the 705 mark, resistance at 717. Has to break above 717 for it to really be so much maxi to meow. But right now fell below the trend upwards, so it's no longer really friends with the trend right now. We'll see what happens though. We shall see what happens. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Jelly bean. Yes, sir. All right. So what else we got? What else we got here? Let me at him. Let me at him. All right. All right. All right. All right. Oh, someone asked for RGTI. All right. RGTI. RGTI. Like I'm a pirate. Okay. Yeesh. RGTI currently up, moving up above the VWAPA right now. Had a bit of a double toppa going over here. A little bit of a double toppa. Boppa right there. Another one right over here at the toppa. Boppa right there. All right. And then, you know, let's just hope that this momentum doesn't stop because otherwise then it's going to be a bit of a problem. So, you know, got that going on. Did I just rhyme? Yes, I did. Okay, that was an accident. My bad. All right. Let's see here. So it's got this move up here. Had a bit of a pennant going on right there. All right. Then curled off that pennant right over here. Right. And then formed yet another pennant right over meow. Actually kind of a descending wedge when you really think about it. So RGTI currently needs to break that descending wedge, and yeah, that's pretty much all it really needs to do right here. RGTI needs to break that descending wedge for it to be so much maxi to meow. RGTI needs to break the descending wedge. Yesh. Yesh, 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 yesh. Ooh! Ooh! Yes, sir. Ooh! Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 1200. Let me get some water real quick, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be right back. I'm going to put some support and resistance lines right over meow. Right over meow. Matter of fact, you know what? I actually found out something just now. I just noticed this. Little A to B, B to C, C to D, all the way back here. So I'm just saying. That's why it moved up. All right. Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. RGTI, I'm back. RGTI currently had a nice move. Needs to break that descending wedge right there, by the way. So has to hold this support and resistance lines over here, right over here. Has to hold support. Again, this is a very expensive stunk, by the way. So has to hold at 46.89, break through 48.70 for it to really be schmexy to mya. Has to hold and break through. Has to break above the descending wedge as well for it to be so much schmexy to mya. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So RGTI currently doing that thing right there. Let's try LAES. LAES. All right. Currently with LAES, it is above the VWAPA as well. Above the VWAPA. Above the VWAPA. All right. Had a bit of a shot up there. Then made a bit of a descending wedge right over here. All right. Then curled up right over Mya. All right. And then after that had an even higher curl right over Mya to basically potentially create a cup and handle or a potential descending wedge. One of the two. Could be either or. We'll see what happens there with this stunk. Could be an upside down cup and handle, which could be a bearish pattern, or it could potentially be a descending wedge. So we'll see what happens right now. LAES needs to break the descending wedge for it to be so much maxi to Mya. LAES needs to break the descending wedge right over Mya for it to be so much schmexy to Mya. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. All right. All right. All right. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Woo. All right. So, yeesh. LAES, LAES, that's what it needs to do right now. Let's get some support and resistance lines right over Mya. Right over Mya. Okay. Right here, right here. Here we go. Here we go. All right. We got support at the $6.77 mark over there. Needs to break above $7.13 for it to really be so much mexy to Mya. All right, all right, all right. Okay. Let's go. All right. So, is a bit overbought on the RSI. Was a bit oversold at one point on the RSI, but then started moving its way on up a little bit. Started moving its way on up a little bit, then consolidating along it, and then right there broke above the RSI once again, became a bit overbought, and is now kind of just moving its way on down to being not overbought or oversold, but rather indifferent on the RSI. So you got that going on right there. That's what we got going on. GNPX. Let's take a look at GNPX. All right, GNPX right here. Very, very choppy on the way up, but it is currently on an uptrend right now. On an uptrend. Moved up as high up to 23% right here. All right, so had a nice little uptrend going on right over Mya. Bop right here. Hold on, excuse me 1 second. Right over Mya. Had a bit of an uptrend over here. Got very choppy around this part, and then basically just started curling up again. Kind of bounced off this potential double bottom over here. It had a double bottom here, and had another one over Mya. So after that, it started curling up over Mya. So GNPX is currently moving its way on up on some low volume because the float is 43 million. Volume is 6 million. So GNPX is currently moving on low volume. Low volume, ladies and gentlemen, currently moving on some low volume right there. So it's got that going on right there. That is what it's got going on right there. All right. All right. All right. All right. Let's see here. All right. So let's get the graffiti pencil over here. All right. So yeah, currently this stunk is moving up above the 58-cent mark. Just broke below it right there. Formed a double top. Not feeling that, ladies and gentlemen. Not liking that too much. Not liking that too much. So we got that going on right there. All right. All right. All right. All right. Yesh needs to break through that double top for it to be so much Maxi Tumya right there. All right, so that's what GNPX needs to do. Needs to remain friends with the trend right there as well. Needs to do that. So, we'll see what happens with the Stank right Mya. All right. So let's see what we got going on. What do we got going on right here? What do we have going on right over Mya? All right. Let's see here. Let's see. Let's see. Hold on. Yeesh. Let's see. All right. So currently has to break above this double top over here. This double top for it to really be schmexy to mya. All right. Yeesh. Yeesh. Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. 1 second. I'll be right back. Just gotta get another glass of water real quick. Give me 1 second. All right, I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. I am back. I'm back. All right, all right. So, currently, GNPX needs to break above this double top over here, needs to remain friends with the trend, needs to do all that cool stuff for it to really be so much maxi to mya. But right now, you know how it goes, ladies and gentlemen. It became man. You know how that be. All right, TDIC. Let's see how TDIC is doing. TDIC currently still on a bit of an uptrend. He broke above the VWAPA though. Broke above the VWAPA. Had a big old top tail over here. We don't like the top tails, DBL moms. We like the bottom tails. All right. TDIC needs to break above. Needs to stay above the VWAPA and remain friends with the trend right here. So TDIC needs to stay above the VWAPA and remain friends with the trend. So we'll see what happens there. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 1,500. 1,500, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it. 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 All right. Let's take a look at KZR. KZR. All right. KZR. All right. Broke down and then proceeded to kind of curl its way on up a little bit. So had that going on for it right there. Kind of trying to curl its way above the VWAPA. Right over here, trying to curl its way past the VWAPA. We'll see what happens with it. It is on a bit of an uptrend. Needs to remain friends with the trend and break through that VWAP for it to be so much maxi tumya. So KZR right here. KZR needs to break the VWAPA, which I think it's just doing right now, and remain friends with the trend. All right. So I think KZR just now peaked above the VWAPA. So KZR just broke that VWAP right there. So let's see what happens. Can it remain on the uptrend? We shall see. We shall see. Float is 7 million. Volume is 1 million. So it's moving up on some low volume. So you gotta be careful, ladies and gentlemen. Gotta be careful with this stonk. Not financial advice, but you get the point. You get the point. It's one of those stocks I'm looking at right now. I personally am like, don't trust this one. But it does have a bottom tail. I will give it that. It has a bottom tail. Has a bottom tail. I give it that. I respect that. I respect that. Not overbought or oversold in the RSI as of now. So we'll see what happens there. Yeesh. All right. VHC, also another stock that's moving on some low volume, has a float of 4 million, volume of 501,000. So VHC, all right, had a bit of a movement there, kind of fell, just started falling below the the VWAPA, fell below the VWAPA, needs to now break this descending wedge right over Mya for it to be somewhat schmexy to Mya. All right, boom, right there, bop, right there. VHC, VHC, all right. All right, let's get that started over here. Oh my, that's not what I wanted to do. All right. VHC needs to break above the pennant, the descending wedge over here. Needs to break that descending wedge and VWAP for it to be so much mexy to me. So VHC needs some serious volume. VHC needs volume to break the descending wedge. And then once it breaks that descending wedge, can it break the VWAPA? The VWAPA, you know what I mean? The VWAPA, the VWAPA. It's SGBX, SGBX. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see what we got going on over here for SGBX. SGBX right here. Yes, sir. Let me see. All right. All right. All right. Ooh, just got a stretch going. Oh, there we go. Ooh. All right. That was nice. Oh, there we go. Oop, that was the crack. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Ooh, that was the crack. All right. That was wonderful right there. All right. All right. All right. All right. There we go. Okay. All right. So, yeesh. Had a bit of a shot upward, then a bit of a pennant right there. Bit of a pennant, so we got that going on right there. So it needs to break this pennant. SGBX needs to break the pennant and the VWAP for it to be so much mexy to Mya. Let me get some support and resistance lines right over Mya for this stock right here. Bop and bop right there. Actually, let me get some more right over Mya right there. Boom. Okay. So currently this stonk has to hold above the 358 mark, break through the 399 mark, 431. Then after that, 449, which is where the VWAP is. Then 454. Then 476. All right. And then 504. And then 549 for it to be somewhat schmexy to Mya. Yeesh. All right. So that's what we got going on there. That's what we got going on. All right. Okay. Let's see what we got going on here. What else we got? SGBX. Let's write down. Yeesh. Cindy Allender asks, Coach, hi, Coach, new to your stream. Please explain what you mean by needs to remain friends with the trend. Oh, basically what I'm saying is that it needs to stay along the uptrend. So if it's an uptrend that's going on, it needs to stay above the line that is moving upward. So if the line is moving like from like a little bit like this right here, like this, it has to the candles have to stay above this little trend line, because if it falls below it, that means chances are good it's probably going to go down, or at the very least it's not friends with the trend. That's the little slang for it, you know what I mean? You want it you want it to stay with the uptrend, because friends stay together, you know what I mean? So that's what we mean by that. That's what we mean by that. So SGBX currently needs to break the pennant right here. SGBX needs to break the pennant, currently very, very low. Had a bit of a downtrend though. Let's see if it breaks the pennant upward, because if it breaks downward, that's just a straight up downtrend and that's it. So SGBX needs to break the pennant and also needs to break above the pennant. All right. And the VWAPA. So it's got to do that. Cindy Allender says, thank you. No problem, Cindy. Of course. Our pleasure. Our pleasure. All right. Yeesh. SGBX needs to hold above 358. Break through 399, 431, 454, 449, which is where the VWAP is, then 454, then 476, 504, and 549. Yesh. Let's see what it's got going on. All right. CREV, CREV. Oh my. Oh my. All right. Yes. Yeah. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Let me take a look over here. All right. Okay. Let's see here. Someone asked for LAES. LAES. Let's see how LAES is doing. LAES. Currently, LAES had a bit of a double bottom right over. Yeah. And hasn't broken past that descending wedge yet. Has not broken that descending wedge. Still kind of just there alongside that descending wedge. So we'll see what happens with it right now. But LAES currently was a bit overbought and then basically just went down becoming oversold. So that's what it's got. Well, not even oversold. It's just consolidated along the RSI right here. So it's indecisive right now in terms of the RSI. So that's what it's got going on there. LAES trying to, let's see if it breaks above the descending wedge. LAES, can it break above the descending wedge? We'll see what happens. LAES, can it break above the descending wedge? We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Let's get a share party going, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 1800. 1800. Yeesh. All right. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to check out our 4-day trial for the real-time alerts and scanners for only $9.99. Link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We are just made different, folks, and the early bird gets the cash. All right. RANI, by the way. RANI. Oh, my. RANI just broke up and went crazy just now. Oh, my. Just shot up to 205. RANI, new high. All right. There we go. RANI has a new high at 205. Yes, sir. RANI, new high at 205. Yes, sir. RANI, new high at 212. At 212. At 212%. Oh, my. Oh, my. We already called RANI. Yes. And now it's got a new high past 205 at 212. And now it's talking some jive because it's going on up and breaking through the 150 mark right there. Yes, sir. 219%. No, 219%. Oh, my. All right. Let me get that right there. Mine. 219%. Don't interrupt me. Stealing. All right. Yes. You'll be all right. Yes. So RANI currently got a new high at 219%. 219%. Let's see if it keeps going. Can it keep going right there? Let's see if it's got that going on right there. Yes. Yes. All right. Ooh. Yes. Hold on 1 second. Let me see what we got going on here. Right now, it's trying to test the high right there at RANI. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, my. Yes. All right. Ooh. Ooh. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on. Can it break above it? Can it break above that 150? That's the line right there. Can it break above that? Let's see. Yeesh. Ooh. Yeesh. Yeesh. Woohoo. Yeesh. Yeesh. All right. So, Ari and I there. Let's get a shit party. In honor of the 200% runner. Oh, yeesh. Let's go, baby. 200%. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, this is the second runner that we got that is 200. This is the second bagger we got that is above 200%. We call BDCI 685%, RANI 219%, MPV 147%, ARTV 137%, CREV 114%, and XRTX 104%. Let's get a share party going. Ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to 2,000. 2,000. Yes, sir. Yeesh. All right. How's it holding up right now? RNI, nah, it's moving down a little bit. Can it curl? We'll see what happens. But right now, RNI moved up a nice 219%. So let's see what we got going on here. Let's take a look at KZR. KZR. All right, KZR looks like it's trying to break. It's trying to curl its way back up above the VWAPA right now because it had a little bit of a move downward. Over there. All right, so let's see here. Oh my, okay. KZR needs to break above the pennant. KZR needs to break the pennant and the VWAPA. Yeesh. All right, there we go. Yeesh. So let's see what else we got here. We got KZR, we got ARTV. What's going on with ARTV right now? ARTV. All right. Ooh. Hey. Yeesh. All right. Let's see here. It is consolidated right now. A little bit of consolidation. Hold on. Let me actually get the channel. Where's the channel? There's the channel. Channel time. It's channel time right there. All right. Has to break the channel right below the VWAPA. Has to break the channel. ARTV needs to break that channel, ladies and gentlemen. ARTV. Let's see what we got going on here. ARTV needs to break the channel right over Mya for it to be somewhat schmexy. To Mya has to break above that VWAP too. Currently consolidated and indecisive on the RSI. So that's what's got going on there. It was a bit overbought in the RSI earlier, but then kind of lowered down and then just started becoming indecisive on the RSI. So we got that going on. A lot of consolidation. Needs to break that and then break past this VWAPA right over Mya. All right. So, yeah, right there. All right. And let's get some support and resistance lines over Mya. All right. Yeah, there we go. So it's got support at the 5.62 mark, the $5.62 mark. Has to break above the VWAP at $5.78. After that, it has to break above the $6.17 mark, 651 and 706 for it to be somewhat schmexy to Mya. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Yes, but currently needs to break that channel though. Needs to break that channel. Yeah. 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 That's what's got going on. Yes. So ELBM. ELBM. All right. All right. There we go. Right there. Currently curling off this little pennant right over Mia. Had a bit and broke above the VWAP. ELBM broke above the VWAP a little bit, so I'm proud of that. I like that. Needs to remain friends with the trend though. But yes, proud of that. Let's see what we got going on here. ELBM. ELBM. Yes. ELBM needs to remain friends with the trend. Curled off the VWAP, broke the VWAP, and needs to remain friends with the trend. Yeesh. All right, but right now it's not. It looks like it's not trying to be friends with the trend right now. So can it break above that? Can it break a hold above the area right here, this little trend line? Otherwise, you know how it goes. All right. Yeesh. All right, and by the way, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to check out our real-time alerts and scanners for only $9.99. Link to join is in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out, because we pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We are just made different, folks. And the early bird gets the cash, the moolah, the loots, the cashola, the big bucks. I tell you, yeesh. All right. Yeah, we got this beautiful scanner right here. This beautiful scanner that helps us find all the stocks that are currently looking schmexy in the market right now. All right. This scanner gives us the hyperlinks to each stock, as well as their charts, their percentages, their floats, volumes, news, etc. All that good stuff. And all that I have to do is click these little hyperlinks right over Mia to get in there, ladies and gentlemen. So you got that going on right there. And of course, ladies and gents, it does show the percentage change right here. And by the way, RANI hit a new high of 222, by the way. So RANI, hello. All right, hello. There we go. All right, RANI hit a nice high of 222%. But yeah, yeah, there you go. There's an example of it showing us a schmexy stock right there. All right, it shows you the percentage changed, the price, the time in which it was scanned, the ticker, the price, the volume, the float, whether it's moving up or down, and it shows you all that wonderful good stuff right there. Yes, sir. All right. RNI now 222%. 222% right there. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 2200. And by the way, also we'll continue that conversation. Give me 1 second. RNI up 222% right there. Boom, baby. Ooh. Ooh. All right. So, RANI currently moving its way on up here, Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And of course, RANI does have some nice movement going on here, but yeah, ran up 222%. But as I was saying before, ladies and gentlemen, you also get access to the newsroom right over here, which actually gives you hyperlinks, which you can use to access the articles. It gives you a synopsis of what the article basically says over here. If it affects a certain type of ticker or stock, it'll actually show the stock that is affected down below on the bottom. And you can basically click on those stocks to get the information on said stocks, like the price, volume, float, the percentage change, whether it's moving up or down, the graph itself, the news, all that good stuff, all of which you can find by clicking those little areas right there. So yeah, be sure to get that real 4-day trial for real-time alerts for only $9.99, ladies and gentlemen, because the link to join is in the description down below, as well as the pinned comments section. So be sure to check that out. Yes, we pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. All right, and of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you want something even better, All right. We have the Wealth Builder membership, which, by the way, link to join is in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section there as well. So be sure to check that out, because guess what? The Wealth Builders gives you access to everything that the real-time alerts and scanners gives you access to, and more. You get access to free, well, you get access to exclusive content. You don't get access to free content. You get access to exclusive content there. Very exclusive VIP content right there. You get access to our scripts, VIP interactions with us as well. So you get VIP interactions with us. And of course, to top it off, yes, click that link. Click that link. Clicky, clicky. And also, ladies and gentlemen, yes, another thing too, you get access to the Coach Meister General. You get access to the courses. You get access to the educational courses, exclusive content, as well as our wonderful, 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 wonderful scanners and all that other good stuff, and our beautiful community. Yes, sir. All that good stuff. So you get access to everything. Everything. The yes, chit chat. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. 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 Ooh-wee. All right. So, let's see what we got going on here. Let's get a share party going, by the way. Let's get to 2,400. 2,400. All right. We are 9 minutes out from the bell. The bell. The bell. Yeesh. Already 9 minutes out from the bell. All right. Let's see here. Let's see. All right. ARTV. Let's take a look at ARTV. ARTV. Oh my. Looks like it broke above that channel. Broke above the VWAP as well. Has a bit of a double top though. And, you know, but come on now. ARTV broke above the VWAP in the channel. So we got that going on. ARTV broke the... Oh my. Hold on. Whoa. Right there. ARTV broke the channel and the VWAP. Yeesh. So we got that going on right there. Yeesh, that is what we got going on. It is currently on the uptrend. Currently on the uptrend right there. Currently moving on up. Currently moving on up to the big time. Moving on up. Yes. To the deluxe apartment in the sky. You know what I mean? Yeesh. Let's not get copywritten, but you get the point. Yeesh. It is moving its way on up right now. Oh yes. Yes. Yeah, this is what's going on right now. This is what's going on. Yeah. So, curling its way on up right now, doing its thing. Oh my, testing resistance right now. Testing resistance at $5.90. So, ARTV now testing resistance. ARTV testing the resistance right now. Testing the resistance right there. Yeesh. So, that's what they got going on. All right. SGHT. Someone wanted me to look at that right there. Looks like it's moving up on some low volumes. Let's see what's going on with it. Yep, moving up on low volume. Float is 38 million, which is heavy. Volume is 76,000. So, I mean, it is moving up on some low volume, but very, very, very choppy. A lot of indecisive wicks. SGHT needs volume, but is moving up. So it's got that going on right there. That's what's got going on right there. Let's get a share party going. Share party. Let's get to 2,500. We are about 6 minutes away from the bell. The bell. The bell. The bell. All right. Woo. Okay. All right. Ooh. All right. So, that's what we got going on right there. Okay. SGHT needs to really break with that volume. Yeesh. All right. Yeesh. All right. What's it? What is it? ALB. Oh, what's going on with ELBM? ELBM. $2.26 or. Oh my. All right. Oh my. All right. All right. All right. Still friends with the trend. Still friends with the trend. All right. Yeesh. Yeesh. All right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeesh. Yeesh. There we go. There we go. Currently on the uptrend right now. ELBM. Let's get some support and resistance lines going on for it. Let's get some support and resistance lines for it. Let's get some support and resistance lines for it right there. Right there. Yes, sir. All right. So currently has to hold above 212. Needs to break through 223 for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. That's what's got going on. All right. ELBM. How high is it? How high is it though? It is now 42%. Oh yeah. ELBM. Oh my, broke through the high. It's moving. Oh my. ELBM broke the high of day. Ooh. Oh my. All right. Yeesh. Yeesh. Alrighty. Yeesh. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. What else is there? What else is there? Hold on one second. Wow. All right. Let's see here. RGTI. Let's take a look. Oh, wait, never mind. Never mind. ELBM broke the high again. I was gonna say RGTI. We'll look at RGTI later. Someone requested it, so we'll look at it a little later. All right. RGTI on the uptrend here. Still on the uptrend. Still testing the resistance. Oh my. Ooh. All right. Currently, though, it is moving its way on up, testing the high a day once again. ELBM testing the high a day once again. ELBM testing the high of day once again. All right. Whoo. Okay. Oh, yeah. Broke through it. Broke through it again. Broke through it again. Oh, my. ELBM just breaking the highs. Breaking the high a day once again. How high is it now? It is now, $2.43. How high, though? It is 48%. ELBM. Oh my, broke the high once again. Oh my god. Oh my. Wow. Hey. ELBM breaking highs. Breaking new highs. Breaking new resistances. Breaking new highs. Breaking the high of day once again. How high did it go this time? Now 49%. Okay. All right. Once again. Up 49%. Oh my, 50%. Oh my. Oh my. Wow. Still climbing. It's still climbing. It's $2.62. 59%. Oh my, can it become a bagger? Oh my. Can it potentially be a potential bagger? Let's see. No, I said can it, can it be maybe a potential bagger? That's why I said potential. Yeesh. All right, testing it. It's testing it right now. Oh my. Okay. 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 Yes. Woo. The bell. The bell. Ding, 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 ding.
Let's get a share party going on.
Bing bong. It's the bell. 2800.
Share it up, share it up, share it up.
Yes, sir.
Let's close Friday strong.
Woo.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay.
ELBM. Oh, my. Okay. All right. So, that's what we got going on there. Let's see how ELBM does. But right now, ELBM broke the high once again, up 60%. Oh, my. Broke the high once again, up 60%. Oh, my. Wow. Okay. Has a bit of a double top now, though. Has a bit of a double top because it is a bit overbought. But, you know, it'd be like that sometimes. Oh, my. Okay. So, now that we've done that, yeesh. Whew. All right.
Oh,
goodness.
$98 moving.
Oh, my. PRAX. What?
That thing's back.
Yeah, that's a heavy floated stock. It had strong biotech news. That's why.
Oh, my.
And what's it?
22%. Very expensive.
How
Almost
much is
$200
it?
a share. It's not a small cap. Just a notable.
Oh, my.
Just
Price
a
spike.
notable.
Price spike.
Oh my.
PRAX price spike.
Price spike.
Whoop, 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 boing. Oh, yeesh. PRAX price spike.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
Damn. I didn't even.
Wow.
Just a little bit.
Wow.
It's like all the way
Wow.
past my screen.
Wow. Oh, my.
It's crazy.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, my gracious.
Oh my god.
Oh, my good. Oh, my good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Look at that. Yeesh. It has support at $195 and then some resistance at $204. So it's testing the resistance. Yeesh. Yeesh. So what else we got? Let's see. VHC. Victor Hotel Charlie. Come on. All right. Broke through the VWAPA. Curled off the descending wedge. Broke the VWAPA. Broke the VWAPA. There we go. Broke the VWAPA. Yes, sir. VHC broke the descending wedge and the VWAPA. Yes, wepa. Wepa. There we go. All right. All right. Holy Lord.
Holy Toledo.
Lord. Ooh, Lord. Yeesh. Ooh. All right, so. Currently broke through the VWAPA. Let's see what it do, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what it do. Currently, though, it is above the VWAPA. Just doing its thing. Just chilling right there. Just chilling. So we'll see what goes on with VHC. We shall see. We shall see. All right. Let's see about KZR. In the meantime, KZR. Oh, my. All right. KZR. Oh, my. Shot up off that pennant right there. Just went up a bit more. Had some choppiness to it, but KZR, a little bit of a price spike going on there. KZR, price spike. Spike on low volume. The volume. Oh, my. Yes, the volume. All right. All righty. Let's see. What else moved? All right. What else is moving? KZR currently, though, has a bit of a top tail. We don't like the top tails. We like the bottom tails, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 3,000. Come on now. Come on. Come on now. Yes, sir.
3,000 be great.
All right, KZR has a bit of has to hold above this little line over here because it's a bit of a double top right there. So he needs to hold above that line. He needs to hold above that line. He needs to hold above that line. So,
So,
what else we got here?
what else we got?
Let's see. All right. All righty. Let's see here. We got what other stock we got here? All right, someone asked for LAES again. LAES. KZR is currently moving its way on up, though. I'm gonna give it that right there. Let me give it some support and resistance lines, though. Support and resistance lines should do the trick right over here and over meow. So we got that right there. Support line at $5.93. It's like peaking above that resistance right there at $5.93. Has to hold above 587. Needs to break above 593, which is the resistance right there. Broke through it and now needs to break through 603 for it to be somewhat mexy to me. Yeesh. All right. So, what else is there? What else is there? All right. So, now we got that going on right there. Let's take a look at LAES because somebody asked for LAES. LAES, let's see what LAES has got going on for it. Let's see what it's got going on. LAES had a bit of a double bottom over here. Double bottom. A little bit of a double bottom right over meow. Okay. And then proceeded to break its way on up off the double bottom. So it's got that going on. LAES curling off the double bottom right there. LAES curling off the double bottom. Yeesh. LAES curling off the double bottom. It's got that going on right there. We'll see what happens with that stonk right there. We shall see. We shall see. Right now, looks like it's trying to curl its way on up there. Yeesh. So, what other stonks do we have to look at here? Someone asked earlier for RGTI. RGTI. Let's see how RGTI is doing. All right. RGTI had continued its way downward a little bit. Continued its way downward a little bit and then proceeded to curl and break above the VWAPA. So it's got that going on. So right there, bop, right there. RGTI broke its way on upward, So RGTI curling off the descending wedge, broke the VWAPA. Yeesh. And it's currently climbing its way on up still. So we'll see what happens. Testing the resistance point right over here at 46.89. So we got that going on right there. Yeesh, and yeesh. In that direct order right there. ARTV. 1 second. Yeesh. All right. ARTV needs to break that downtrend. Needs to break the downtrend right there. Yeesh. Needs to break the VWAP as well. So ARTV needs to break the downtrend, needs to break the VWAP. So it's got that going on right there. ARTV needs to break the downtrend and the VWAP. Yeesh. For it to be somewhat schmexy to me. All right. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 3,000. Yes, sir. All right. It's moving towards being a bit oversold as well. So it's got that going on right there. All right. So now that we've done that, let's take a look at KZR. KZR. Let's see. How's KZR doing? KZR still moving, still grooving, holding above. Broke through the resistance. It's got to break through some more. KZR looks like it's trying to test some resistance right now, so we'll see what happens with that. So KZR trying to test the high of day. Yeesh. High of the day. Oh my, I just broke through the high of the day. Oh my, all right. Oh, how high is it now?
It is now up $6.09.
Percent.
46%.
All right. KZR, new high of day, 46%. KZR, new high of day, 46%. Up 46% right there. Yes, sir. All right. Let's see how we got going on. VHC. How's VHC doing? VHC curling its way on up, but again, moving its way on low volume. All right. So, had that going on right there. VHC curling on low volume. Yeesh. So now it just broke below the uptrend. So now it's not schmexy to me, but it did have, it did have a nice move upward. Let's see what else we got. All right, let's go back to KZR. KZR. Let's see how KZR is doing. Oh my! Once again, broke above the trend line. Broke above it. Broke above it right there. Oh my! KZR. Look at that. KZR. Oh my! KZR broke above the high of day. Yeesh. So we got that going on right there. That's what we got going on right there. Now it's forming a bit of a top tail, though. We don't like the top tails. We like the bottom tails. All right. So got that going on. That's what we got going on right there. SGBX. SGBX. All right. Let's see how SGBX is doing. SGBX curling towards the VWAP. It's curling towards it right now off the pennant. Oh, my. All right. Let's see how it do. All right, let's see. Had a bit of an A to B, B to C, C to D. Let's see what we got going on here. A little bit of A, B, C, D pattern. A to B, B to C, C to D. Bop right there. So A, B, C, D looks like it's trying to curl towards the VWAPA. So SGBX. SGBX curled up off the pennant, moving to test the VWAPA. Yeesh. Yeesh. All right. All right. Let's get a share party going. Let's get the 3,200. 3,200, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it. Yes, sir. Come on now. All right, and by the way, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to check out our real-time alerts and scanners for only $9.99. Link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out, because we pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We are just made different, and the early bird gets the cash. I mean, come on, ladies and gentlemen. We called 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 baggers within the course of today alone, and that is just the beginning of today. That's just the beginning. Yeah. Just saying. So yeah, it's just the beginning in terms of support, resistance, and baggernomics, because it's doubles. They call me Dr. Doubles, PhD in baggernomics. Yeesh. So we got that going on right there. From Big Bang University, or Big Bang College, actually, BBC. Yeesh. That's what we got going on. Oh, yes, coach is from Bangor University, BUU. BUU. LNKS. Let's see how LNKS is doing right there. All right. So, LNKS, there we go right there. Let's see what we got going on here. Very low volume, obviously. Very low volume. LNKS, yep, has a 5 million float, 2 million volume. Price spike on low volume. So LNKS has a price spike on some low volume right there. LNKS price spike on low volume. Oh my. Look at that. Oh my. Wham. Look at that. It's amazing. The bell. It's got support at the 72-cent mark. Needs to break through 79 cents, but it looks like it's forming a double top. All right, Noah. Let's take a look at BINI. BINI. Let's see what BINI is up to. Same deal. Has an undisclosed float, but the volume is 282,000, so has a shot going upward. Bop right there. Price spike on some low volume, presumably. So, BINI. Price spike on low volume. Oh my. Yes. All right. So that's what BINI got going on right there. Let's see here. Ooh. All right. Up. BINI fell dropped like a rocket, pumped, and then it dumped. Look at that little double top right there. No. No. I said no. ARTV. Let's get a share party going. Let's get the 3,400. All right. Let's get that share party going. All right. So, ARTV trying to curl its way back up above the VWAP. ARTV trying to curl its way above the VWAP right now. All right, ARTV trying to curl above the VWAP for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. There we go. All right. ARTV trying to curl above the VWAP. So we got that going on right there. All right. All right. So let's see what else you got. What else you got here? Looks like it's trying to curl its way above the VWAP once again. Above the VWAP. All right. Above the VWAP. All right. Let's see what it do. ARTV broke the VWAP just now a little bit. Broke the VWAP just a little bit, peeking above that VWAP. ARTV poking above the VWAP. All right. So it's got that going on right there. It's like puncturing it gently. A little bit of a puncture. LNKS. How's LNKS doing? How's Lynx? Ooh. Oh my. Lynx is currently moving above the resistance. LNKS broke the resistance. Yeah, I know. It already had one there. All right. LNKS, though, had an 81-cent run over there. Oh, climbing, breaking through the high a day. LNKS.
Yeah.
All right. LNKS broke the high of day. Oh, my. All right, let's get a share party going.
Share party, guys.
All right, let's get a share party going. Let's get the 3,500. All right. All right. Yeesh. So, let's see what we got going on here. What we got? All right. So we did LNKS. Let's take a look at ELBM. Album. Yes, quite. Has a bunch of double tops there. It needs to break the double tops, ladies and gentlemen. Needs to break those double tops. ELBM needs to break those double tops. Yeesh. All right. ELBM needs to break the double top. All right. There we go. That's what we got going on. All right. So what else we got? Here? ELBM. Let's see about ACHV. All right. ACHV curling Curling, it broke above the Viwapa. Yes, sir. All right. ACHV. ACHV broke above the Viwapa. Broke above the Viwapa. Let's see what we got going on here. All right. ACHV broke above Viwapa. Yes. So, CFS for RANI. All right, let's take a look at RANI real quick before we hop off. RANI. All right, RANI did have a nice move upward. Nice 219, actually 222% move. Where's the pen? Where's the pen? There we go. There's the pen. There goes the pen.
It dropped it on the floor.
I dropped it.
That's the right way.
222. There we go. RANI ran up a nice 222%.
Yep.
Now currently has a bit of a descending wedge going on over here and a bit of a double bottom forming right over here. So can it break that double bottom? Can it hold above the double bottom and bounce up?
Yep.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
But right now it does have a bit of a, hold on, right over here. There we go. Bit of a descending wedge right over Mya. So it's got that going on right there.
Yes,
Yeesh.
yes.
So that's what we got going on for RANI. Needs to break that descending wedge and needs to bounce off that double bottom for it to be so much Mexi Tumya. So RANI needs to break the descending wedge.
Yep. Head on back up past the V-walk.
And break and bounce off the double bottom. Yeesh. That's what it needs to do right there. It needs to break that resistance at 130 and then 155. So that's what we got going on. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. And remember to share.
Remember to share.
Because sharing is caring, ladies and gentlemen. Sharing is caring. And, of course, if you want access to our private Discord, link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We are just made different. And the early bird gets the cash, the moolah, the loot, the cashola, the big bucks, I tell you.
Yes, sir.
So that's what we got going on there, ladies and gentlemen. That is what we got going on there. And, of course, ladies and gents, if you like what you saw and you want to see more, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Ring that bell icon and stay notified when new videos are uploaded. And remember to share.
Remember to share.
You can find us on our YouTube channel at Coaching Money.
At Coach Nick Money.
At Coaching Money, where we do lots of live streaming, shorts, clips, videos, stock reviews, analysis, all these wonderful things, all could be found by checking us out on our YouTube at Coaching Money.
At Coach Nick Money.
At Coaching Money. You could check us out on our X.com, aka Twitter, where we basically, do live streaming, stock reviews, and stock analysis at Coach Nick Money.
At Coach Nick Money.
At Coaching Money. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Threads at Coaching Money.
At Coach Nick Money.
Yes, and you can find us on Twitch, where we do lots of live streaming at Coaching Money.
At Coach Nick Money.
At Coaching Money. You can find us on TikTok, Tiki-Taki, aka the Tac.
The Tac Tac.
The Tac. You can find us there at DBL
At
Nicks.
DBL Next.
At DBL NICKS, and the screen name is Coach Nick Money.
Yes.
So, that's what we got going on right there, folks. That's what we got going on. So, I love you guys. I'll see you on Monday. It's Double Nicks. I love you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Remember that you guys are indelible. You are one of a kind. Leave your mark. Be greenable. Make a lot of money. I'm here with the lovely Serengeti specialist herself. She likes to hang around the tall weeds, the high trees, the low seas, hitting them high knees. Sometimes she likes 2 cups of coffee. Other times she likes to jet ski. Sometimes she likes to regular ski. Sometimes she likes to get shot at the cannon and she goes, wee! Other times she likes to, go to Arby's and watch videos of puppies and kitties. Sometimes she likes to go into the stock market, find them ABCDs, and other times she likes to basically just hang around and do all that other cool stuff right there. We call it DBL Moms! Yeesh. So, that's pretty much it. Much love, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. Or actually, I'll see you on Monday. And yeah, have a wonderful day.
Have a great weekend.
Have a restful and great weekend. And we're back at it again with the hustle on Monday. Much love. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, to stay tuned because Later today at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we are going to be showing off our lovely series hosted by the very star Coach Nick Money. He is going to be hosting the lovely parabolic power plays, ladies and gentlemen, power plays. So he's going to be hosting power plays, so be sure to check that out, ladies and gentlemen, because yeah, he's going to be basically showing off the stonks prior to Power Hour. Power Hour. And to top it off, I mean that's the power part. And also he's gonna be playing some games and chilling out with the boys. You know what I mean? He's gonna be chilling. So yeah, that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. Much love. I'll see you guys later on today in the Power Play show that's being hosted by Coach. And then after that, you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, restful weekend, and then we